Now we're here. Hey, yo, what's up? How's it going, everyone? Jesus. I start the stream and then I'm gonna call that I quickly have to take an answer, and now I'm good. Now I'm here. Hello, everyone. Welcome. Today is Tuesday. It's a special stream because I have gotten sent something very cool that I want to show up to you. So yeah, this is also a little bit longer because I'm starting this week a little bit of a vacation, so this is also the last stream of this week. I hope everyone is all right, everyone has a good time, and I think I just don't want to delay the secret much longer because this is really cool. So I got this box. Look at this giant ass box. Isn't it great? There's something huge in here for me personally, and I've been expecting this coming from Japan directly. It took 4 days, and like it's so big, and I was so hyped to finally receive it. So we're finally going to look inside here, and it's a little bit of a dream that I, realized myself here. So yeah, let's just cut it open. I'm gonna put the microphone away a little bit. So I paid premium to have this, ordered. I use the Japanese service called Buy. And Buy is a website that basically allows foreigners to buy in the local Japanese market. And they can go to the, local eBay versions and other, marketplaces to buy games for cheap. And then they have the service where I get all the things and put them, in one box for you, of course, again, with a fee, and then send it over premium package. As you can see, I asked for repackaging. I did a lot of stuff in here, really good stuff. Here we got now the first official thing. So let me switch it over quickly, and then we're gonna take a look here. Also, look at my shirt. Look at my shirt. It's an MGS2 shirt. There's a lot of bubble wrap in here, so I'm gonna show it to you, because now you can actually look inside the box with me together, while I can just be here in the webcam. Hello. So this is all the stuff in here. It is great. I don't know where to start with. There's so much. So let's just start here with all these things. And you can see, like, legitimately, this is one game inside here, and it has been fully bubble wrapped. So this is definitely being, repackaged and made secure for delivery. As you know, what would I get from Japan, really? There really isn't much that I'm super interested in, but of course, Metal Gear and Metal Gear Solid games. So we're starting off with a very cool treasure. Starting off with this rubber. This is the original cartridge of Metal Gear. If you try to find Metal Gear 2 Solid Snake, it's ridiculously expensive. And this looks like it has not been used at all. And I really just wanted to look at it. It's just like another game that I have that I probably would never actually play on the physical version. And that is Metal Gear Solid Ghost Babel. This game, I tried actually in my Game Boy, but it's so much better if you just emulate it. So it's basically gotten for the same reason that I got in this cartridge, just to display, show it off what a huge nerd I am. I mean, if I want to play the original Metal Gear MSX, I better just play the version that was ported with Snake Eater. So 2 weeks ago, I actually got these bad boys here. I ordered them here in Europe, and these are, of course, the PAL versions of Metal Gear on NES and Snake's Revenge on NES. Will I ever play these? I don't know. Maybe. Like, never say never. But yeah, really the only 2D game that I need anymore is Metal Gear 2 Solid Snake. Do we have an NES house? Yes, I do. I do have an original NES. It's currently in its box, wrapped up, securely and everything, because I'm not actually using it. But I do have. Let's see what else is in here. I already see another box that's very familiar to many, probably. They really make sure that this is coming in one piece. This Metal Gear Solid 2, Sons of Liberty, the Japanese release. And what I really like about the Japanese releases is the backside. Like, look at this. The setup here, everything together. It is precious, and it's heavy, and it's actually in a very good state. There's barely any scratches here that you can tell. But overall, it's really fine. Let's take a look at that booklet here. Back to artworks and stuff. This is why I really like the old classical releases. It's so much fun. There's even, of course, the comic here, the tutorial comic. Look at the DVD for MGS2, it's different too, okay? We got this blue version here. And of course, I can compare it at least what I have. It's a European version of Metal Gear Solid 2, Sons of Liberty. This is the version I have. And of course, it came with the bonus DVD. Watched it all, what time it was. And this is the German version compared to it. Completely different design, of course, completely different presentation. But, take a look here. We actually have here the making of Sons of Liberty, and the red disc, and the Japanese version is blue. So, there you go. Another fun, interesting difference between those two releases. What else do we have here? More filling. Again, Japanese, the service. Cost a pretty penny, I tell you, but so worth it. They've really put a lot of stuff in it to make sure it's arriving safe and sound. More filling, more filling. Jesus! Gotta be careful not to go too deep here. Take a look at this one here. You can already tell about, looking out of the bubble wrap. It's of course the big one. There we go. The original Metal Gear Solid, the original Japanese release. Actually, I should put it like this, I guess. I really like this one. For those that don't know, of course, this game was released like this, basically. Nothing on here. But of course, the very important codec. Let's compare it to the versions that I have. I have my fair share of Metal Gear games. We have the PAL version of Metal Gear Solid. Special missions, as VR missions was called here. And of course, the Japanese re-release, as you can see, Integral. Now, Integral is a bit in a rough shape, and it's only Konami the best. So it's a little bit like, yeah, sure. Not as pristine, I would say, but it is Integral. It definitely is. And it actually has this little inlet here, which, like, look at this cover. Who is this? Who's that? Who are those? It's yeah. I think this is artwork just not done by Shinkawa, and you can instantly tell. I would actually open up this one because I want to look inside this original Japanese box. Okay, it fell out here. That's fine. So there we go. The original Japanese release for Metal Gear Solid Disc 1 and Disc 2. And on the other side, the booklet. This is how this one looks like. Plus the Disc 3. You can clearly tell, of course, what's Metal Gear Solid and what's the Integral version. But again, it's like really cool. Such a novelty item. And I really wanted to have the original Japanese version. Because as you know, of course, I speedrun this a little bit more than actually the regular version. And again, in comparison here, we have the PAL version. This is what we had as a cover. Even on the backside here, we have more artwork. It's not just blank white. And of course, there's also... Oh, it's Silent Hill. What? The Silent Hill demo disc. I never played that. Yeah, there's another disc here. Unfortunately marked. And this is the cover that we got in PAL here for the booklet. And of course, VR missions. I don't have a VR missions disc yet. I mean, I have the Japanese Integral version where the special missions are... My god. Special missions. Jesus, this is hard to say it these times. So that's not necessary for an individual release for that. But yeah, these are Metal Gear Solid discs. Long time coming. Got this like almost at the beginning of the year, and now this also. This was really not that expensive on the original market. Just a tenner or something. I can watch the Mark Croft. Yeah, that's good to know. Maybe I want to do that someday. Here's the thing, like most of these discs may never be used. At least not the very old games. Like Metal Gear Solid, I'd rather play the digital version. On the boards, we don't even separate between, physical. Really, we can instead play the digital version, which came with PlayStation TV, so I just probably not even try to use them. I tried the PAL version, and the second disc is crashed. I can't use it. The game just crashed there, unfortunately. That's the one game, at least. Moving on, we have this game. You can already tell what it is. So this is a special release. So we got Metal Gear Solid Peace Walker, the original Peace Walker from Japan. And for those people that don't know, in Japan you cannot show you know, torture scenes. So in Japan they actually have been tickled, which I found very fascinating. In contrast here, that's the PAL version that I got next to it. And you can definitely tell that different people treat the games differently. Like this has been scratched a lot in the PAL versus the Japanese that really looks much better. Also again, a little bit different here in the backside, in the information. And there we go. Even the font is completely different on the backside. But yeah, I don't know which one I like more. This is more, you know, mysterious, like this is more the tactical play, where you can see also different soldiers, where you know the gameplay is not just about Big Boss, it's about somebody else. I guess we move on. Alright, what's this next big package? This is a very big one. Holy smokes, there's a lot of games in there. What is it? You can already tell here. Yes, Metal Solid Snake Eater for the 3DS. It's time for you to learn the lap skip. Oh, Jesus. Yeah. Let's just see where I can open this one there. The game actually came separate, so it's time for us to combine these two things again. I don't even know how that works with region locking and stuff, if a HAL 3DS can play JP game. There's probably a hack for it, so if they both work together. There we go, where it belongs. Because we have this unfortunate sticker here that we should probably be able to remove without any trace, but this is Metal Solid 3 for the 3DS. It is the real deal. And you can already tell in the artwork it's much more detailed. It's a little bit different. I think they redesigned a little bit the models of the players here. So it's really cool already. This is what I really wanted to have for a long time. The Legacy Collection in a special box. Again, this was rather cheap. This was not expensive in the original market. So this is just, you know, go to Legacy Collection Disc 1, Disc 2, and of course the booklet that comes with it. So we take a careful look here. And this is the really large book here. There's so many cool illustrations. I scanned all of these actually. This has barely been opened. This is almost like pristine. You can tell like this has not really been opened much. And you can even see on the backside here all the different games. Basically it's just, you know, 2, 3, Peace Walker, and you know, Metal Solid, Metal Gear Solid Snake, and Metal Gear 1. And then we also have here Metal Gear Solid 4 and Metal Gear Solid 1 and Integral included as well. So this version actually is better than the PAL version, because the PAL version has only Metal Gear Solid as a PSN download. And it also looks different. Here's the PAL version. Right, and then just have a look at this one. The backside, completely different. And you see the games that you can play, right? On the front, almost the same artwork, I guess. You know, barely. It's just dark mode and light mode, I guess. But what's interesting is, here's only a simple double disc here. They both have the same booklet in the end. And if I get this out here, you basically have, there we go. You have the digital download code for the original, you know, Metal Gear and the special missions. And you have these 2 discs here, as you can see. And one, of course, is only for Metal Gear Solid 4, which is basically just the Metal Gear Solid 4 disc. That's the PAL version of the Legacy Collection, versus the JP version, which has so much more visual pleasing stuff to see. I personally think it's so much cooler. Yeah, even the floor gets thirsty from time to time. That's true, that's true. Sometimes it do be like this. Alright, I'm gonna get the last few things out of the box here so we can actually start comparing these. As honestly, my table won't get much bigger. There we go, okay. Again, you can tell how much basically has been packaged here. It is so cool to see the care that went into this. So the next game that we have, is Portable Ops Plus, which I have here. Also again, 2 completely different games in the end. As you can already tell from the form, these are PSP games. What we have here is Acid, and we have Portable Ops. Oh wait, where's my Acid? Oh no, I mixed it up. Oops, sorry folks. I completely mixed them up earlier. Haha. This is Portable Ops, this is Portable Ops, and these 2 are Portable Ops Plus. And then on the right side here we have acid. Whoops. So never mix your drugs, okay? In this case I did. I personally think this PAL box looks better because it at least tells you something. Yeah, there's a different snake here, a different side character, and they're literally a different universe. And then you only have in Japanese version acid. Well, GG. At least there's more pictures to look at, so they got that going for it. And yeah, I mixed them up here. So this is the JP version of Portable Ops, and that's the German PAL version here. So I mixed them up earlier. I did not notice. And I guess now in comparison, of course, it's much fairer. As you can see here. Don't you hate it when it's not aligned? Like, this game is not even aligned without the logo. It's just somewhere. And the writing here is completely different in this game. So if I put these next to each other, you know, just on my shelf, it just looks like chaos. Like, what the hell is this? Noticing in the later Metal Gear games, PAL and US are the same artwork. Yeah, basically, I think. Most of them have been reused. There we go. Get rid of this. Landing free Snake Eater. There you go, which I do have also in 2 other versions, as you can see here. So now I got all 3 different releases. We got the PAL version here on the right with the blue, I guess, box. And we have the US version, which again probably came with the collection, the Essential Collection. This is only a Subsistence Disc 1. So this is not the original US release, but the, I think, Essential Collection again. But now additionally I also have this very nice Japanese version. And the cool thing is, I already modded my PlayStation 2, so expect me to play these different versions of the game. I'll probably play, or try to play through all of them at least once. And maybe, thanks. This has really cost me a lot of money and time to get all together, but I'm so happy that I found a place where I could get all the Japanese releases for rather cheap, I guess, comparatively. So again, this time I really need to make the question, like, which cover do people like the most? You know, this will also come to YouTube, of course, so let me know in the comments as well. So that's my Metal Gear Solid 3. Also, they all have different backsides here. This yellowish one, the orange one, and there's the, you know, black and white text one. Very cool. Next up, of course, we have to get also Substance. Metal Gear Solid 2 Substance. So I not only have the Sons of Liberty games, but also Substance. Which, let me check here. So this is again from the Essential Collection. And I also have a special version of Substance here. Which not many people own. Yes, the Xbox version, which I literally cannot play because I don't have an original Xbox. Of course, the version that I should get here in my own market. That's the version sold in Germany, so that's a PAL version. So now I officially have the original Xbox PAL version, which apparently is the fastest one to play Boss IL, weirdly enough. Then we got PlayStation 2 for Japanese, PlayStation 2 JP, and PlayStation 2 US release of Substance. And I mean, like, all of them have the same cover except for this one, which is rather reminiscent of the original Sons of Liberty one. But nevertheless, I got them all now. And it's weirdly enough, again, like, Metal Gear Solid 2 and Xbox has the best backbone, I think. The best backside here. Like, comparatively, both PAL versions are the same. And of course, you can immediately tell the JP version. So now I got 4 copies of Substance. And in total, ridiculous. How many versions do I have here? So many versions just of 2 alone. You know, there's these, then there's the HD versions, which I also have. I have 2 different versions of the HD collection. I have physical versions. I even have, what's that, these, the Xbox 360 HD collection, the PS3 HD collection. It's like, if there's something that I have access to MGS2 and MGS3, really. Where's the PC physical copy? That's actually missing. It's one of those rare things that I don't have. I also would like to have the PC version of MGS1, of course. I really need to make sure that not everything's falling over here. So, but damn son, this is a lot of Metal Gear already. Naturally, of course, we also cannot not have Metal Gear Solid 3 Subsistence, the absolute best version, I guess. So, do I have that? Of course I do have that also in comparison. As I said earlier, of course, I do have the US release. This disc, actually, again, Essential Collection is disc 1 of Subsistence. When you put it in the PS2, it actually says also Metal Gear Solid 3 Subsistence disc 1. Which is basically the same as if you will play the JP version here. But if you look at the JP versions, they actually have different discs here versus the PAL version, which is just a larger, you know, DVD-sized box. Of course, it has 3 discs, just like the JP version. And of course, the covers are almost identical. Let's take a look inside, I guess. I personally think this is boring. You only have the 3 discs here. Of course, if you want to play Metal Gear MSX, you want to play the PS2 PAL version, because that is the fastest one. The game runs slower, but they sped up Snake, so he runs around faster. This is the version if you want to play the Metal Gear MSX, the fastest way, of course. It's quite a difference. And I will come back to that speedrun as well in the future. Now let's take a look, of course, at the JP version, which is not just one, you know, DVD booklet, but also individual DVD boxes here. So we have the Existence DVD. We have code here. We have postcards like these. Like, hello, isn't that cool? And then if you take a look inside here into Existence, you have this and just another booklet here, which is also original book art. So I definitely need to scan those in again as well, just so I have that. And it even has a memory card holder for the DVD, so I guess, sure. Take a look at the game discs, of course. Like, actually we should compare these to another. So basically this is just the box. This is the US version from the Essential Collection. This is the JP version. I mean, which artwork is cooler? I'll let you guys decide. I'm not entirely sure which I prefer more. This is of course the iconic scene. This is just a little bit weird. You can barely make out the face here, and here's Snake and the shadows. But overall, man, I really am excited about the JP collection here. And just looking at the backside again, because this is the Essential Collection, it's missing stuff. And you can see here also there's much more in here. Of course, also featuring Metal Gear Online. Taking a look inside here, just look at the discs. Oh my lord. Substance, this is amazing looking. I like this. Wow. This disc too, this has Snake vs. Monkey, this says Metal Gear MSX, Metal Gear 2 Solid Snake, even more, and this is then just Metal Gear Solid 3 in the Subsistence version. And this is the booklet, of course, for Subsistence. Very thin, actually nothing in here really except for how to get the disc out of here and how to use the memory card holder. But other than that, that's really fancy. And again, compare this just to these discs. I mean, all of these 3 discs are at least unique, but I don't know, it's just dark mode. There's nothing else in here. So there's one last thing. Because there's no other booklets in here, there's actually its own booklet for Subsistence. So this is what you can actually get here. And once again, this has great artworks here. There's all the tutorial stuff and more. Another tutorial comic even. So this is just legendary stuff that you can get here if you have these very fancy releases. I personally really like this cover, I think. Let me just put them in order here. Back inside, there you go. And I've been dreaming about such a cool collection like this one. Once we have unboxed everything, I will put it out on the floor, try to capture it all in one, and see how much it is in the end, just in volume. So adding this over here to the pile of MGS2 and MGS3. Just so much MGS2 and 3 especially, just original releases, re-releases, HD releases. Insane. So we got this done here as well. Alright, we're getting close to the end, and I think this is only one more game left. And this is probably the best one that I wanted to have. This is probably the one that had me going on this entire journey. Like, if it's only about just playing the game in the better frame rate, I could probably better import games from the US to get the NTSC version, but from the US. But this is special. Of course, for Acid 2, this is why I did all this, right? I really wanted to have the JP version. Just look how different they are from each other. Also, this says including the 3D glasses. It's sadly not true, which is a little bit unfortunate. Okay, people hate Asset more 1 than 2. 2 is a little bit better, but obviously I didn't buy the whole huge box here really for Asset. Come on, guys. In truth, I bought it for this. The Twin Snakes. The game that I stated on Steam so much that I so disliked. Well, here we are now. This is the original Japanese version of the Twin Snakes. I got this for like 30 euros plus the fees and everything, making it almost double as expensive. And this is the version I really wanted to have. I mean, just what is this difference? This is just a basic DVD cover. This is the PAL version, as you can see here. Standard stuff. Same artwork, of course, naturally. But this tiny box. This is special. This is really, really cool. Just look on this here. Hello. Actually using the hiragana. And of course on the other side you have this very fancy look. This is basically, you know, like a cassette box. Just looking next to each other, they're nothing alike. Right? They're completely different. All the other boxes that I have, you know, at least the same size. This is special. I knew we would come around small snakes. Well, I will get this out of here. Just so I can show you also the discs. So I will carefully cut this open here. So, as you can tell, this box has been, you know, pushed around a little bit. It has seen some war, I guess. But it's just a cardboard box. This is what's actually inside the mini discs. Aren't these cool? Just look at them. So much extra stuff in here. I really like this. Now just compare these to the versions that we have in the PAL region here. I don't know, man. They could have gone for more of the red theme, right? Our PAL versions are orange and blue. I guess that's corresponding to the PAL keys that we have. But, you know, the JP discs, they're really going for the whole red aesthetic here. They're really showing what the whole idea is. So again, I don't even think these discs are in a good shape. Like, these obviously have some, you know, white scratches here on the top. But they look clean on the surface. I think, yeah. I think even you can tell on stream that they are alright. A little bit dirty maybe, but not scratched up really. So I'm hoping that these will work. I will need, of course, to talk to Nick Green, who modded his PAL Wii, made it region free so you could play this version. And I will do the same. So while I maybe have fallen out of emulator and stuff like that, and I probably won't enjoy much of it, I will play this. I will speedrun this a little bit here and there, just for fun, you know, not too serious, but I will do it. There's, of course, you know, a Shadow Moses trilogy that I need to do, where we play through Metal Gear Solid 1, Metal Gear Solid the Twin Snakes, and Chapter 4 of Metal Gear Solid 4. So that's something I want to do. And yeah, just in total, I mean, look at it. These are the differences that I really like to explore. This is why I buy different region games. And thankfully, to modding and everything, different regions are really not locking you out anymore. It is so much fun. And especially this one box, it's just like, wow, they're so different. Like, we're all Japanese Cube games in these small boxes, and the rest of the world got these huge DVD boxes. I really don't know. I really don't know. So, I will be right back after a few minutes. I will need to clean up here quickly. I will send you to a short break, and then we're gonna take a look at the big picture of all of these together. So, stay with me, and I'll be back in just a few minutes. Alright, folks. Are you ready? So, this is my entire Hideo Kojima Metal Gear Solid and more games collection. Oh my god. Hello? What is this? There's so many games! What the fuck? This is ridiculous. Like, even if you go through them all one by one, it takes forever. I really love this assortment. It's so cool to have all of these together now. And I have legit reasons to play through every one of the here and there. It's such a cool collection, really. And I'm so happy that it finally got together. We basically added, I think, like 20 games in total. Like, not that many, maybe, but for sure. Probably the entire JP library plus a few very special ones missing. Oh lord. Folks, I can tell you how happy I've been about this. And there's a few more games I maybe want to add. You know, Zone of the Enders HD collection, physical release, Zone of the Enders 2. Just because the Hideo Kojima games. More other games, maybe Snatcher, you know? The earlier games. Police Notes. But just look at them. I have 6 different versions of Metal Gear Solid 2. And then plus additionally like 4 more HD versions of 2. We have 5 different versions of Snake Eater plus the 4 versions of the HD version. And so many more. There's also digital releases that are of course not in here. I have the Phantom Pain on PC. I have Ground Zeroes on PC as well, but just digitally. So this is only, you know, the small portion of physical games. And I think I need to resort my my shelf. Because I basically added like the whole library again, and I have no space left on my shelf. So that has been my big unboxing. And I think once I have collected all of these, you know, put them to the side, we're gonna start and actually do some speedrunning. We're actually gonna play Metal Gear Solid. So I hope you enjoy this, and see you in the next video. Bye bye.